everybody, Marlene, aka Snow Gardener 307. We are here for Vlogmas day number 13. Happy day number 13 of Vlogmas. Today I'm going to take you along as I go for a massage. We're also going to be cooking some homemade bread and some potato soup, comfort food as its finest. So come along, join me for my day. Here we are in my kitchen, and I have got the ingredients for the best and the easiest bread recipe. Now, some of you guys might already make a bread like this, but I absolutely love it. The first person that I saw do it was Becky over at Eeekkk Homestead, so I do use her recipe, so I'll link that down below. Let's go ahead and get you guys to where you can see what I'm doing. So first of all, we're going to need some water. We're going to have to make sure that's the right temperature. We're going to need some flour. I like to use bread flour for this. I have used regular flour and we taste tested the two, and it is so much better with bread flour. We need some yeast and we need some salt. I prefer using kosher salt. I believe the recipe just calls for non-iodized. And so we need 3 cups of flour. And of course, you guys, when you are baking, I think this recipe is pretty forgiving, but I like to actually do a good measurement on my flour to make sure that my bread is delicious. And so we need 3 cups, but I use my ½ cup just because of the size of the container that I have my bread flour in. I actually am looking for some new canisters with a larger opening at the top for my bread, flour, my sugar, my husband's coffee. So if you guys have an idea on those, let me know down below. So let's go ahead and do 3 cups of flour. 3 cups of flour, easy peasy. Now in this flour container right here, I keep this scoop that I got from probably a protein shake or something like that. And then I also keep this measuring cup leveler that's part of the Pampered Chef measuring cups. I keep it right in my flour because that's what I need it for. Then I'm not digging for it. So we've got 3 cups of flour. I've got flour all over the counter because this is how I cook, you guys. And then we need salt. And we need 2 teaspoons of salt. So let's go ahead and grab out a teaspoon if I can find one, which I cannot, but that's okay because we've got a ½ teaspoon and we're going to need this for the yeast. So we're going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So kosher salt, I think, is just delicious to cook with. And then yeast, you guys, I buy my yeast from Sam's Club, and I just buy it in the big bricks, and then I separate it out into mason jars. This one sits in my fridge because this is my one I'm using, but all the rest of it is in the freezer. And then the last thing we need is some water. And so we need our water about 110 degrees. Once you start making bread, you're going to get really good at knowing what temperature you need. So you want warm water. You don't want to kill your yeast, so you've got to be careful with that. I kind of think of, you know, back when my kids were babies and I had to test a bottle. Not that Julia ever took a bottle, you guys. Julia would not take bottles. She was just a jerk. She was never fed formula. We tried, she just would not do it. So I've got 1½ cups of warm water. I've also got my bread whisk, but before I add my water, I do like to go ahead and mix everything together just to make it a little bit easier. So now we're just going to go ahead and mix this up, and we're just looking for a shaggy dough, you guys. That's it. It's not going to necessarily form into a ball or anything. We do not need this at this point. So all we're going to do is mix it up. Make sure that we don't have any of the flour on the bowl and keep it all together. And you guys can see how it's kind of shaggy. And that is what we've got. And like I said, I try to keep everything down in here. Let's get this covered. I like to cover mine with saran wrap so it can rise. And now you guys, this does take a while to rise. So while it's super easy, you want to make sure that you do it the night before because it needs to rise for 12 to 18 hours. So this is what it looks like tonight. I'll show you what it looks like in the morning. are back in my kitchen. Here's my bread that has been sitting all last night and all day today. It's close to 5 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and flour my counter so that I can get this dough kneaded because it is time to knead it. Now, after I knead this dough, it's going to go into a bowl lined with parchment paper, and then we let it rise for 30 minutes. We're going to put it in our Dutch oven. Now, one thing when you do this in your Dutch oven, you want to have your Dutch oven in the oven when you turn on the temp. And this is a very wet dough, as you guys can see this time. Sometimes for me, it seems like it's more wet than other times. And I don't know if it's the humidity in my house or lack of humidity. Sorry about that. I put the bowl in the sink and there was stuff underneath it that I didn't see. So we're going to go ahead and knead this. And like I said, this fills quite a bit wetter than it normally does. I probably did something and messed it up because I'm doing this on YouTube, and you guys know that's when I like to mess up. So I'm just going to go ahead and knead this dough, and then once we get it kneaded, we're going to transfer it into a bowl with parchment paper, as I said, and we're going to go ahead and get things heated up. I rinsed out my bowl and I'm going to go ahead and put my dough on top of it. I do have a little bit of flour on there. I did incorporate quite a bit of flour into my bread this time. I am far from a bread maker, you guys, so please go watch someone else's video if you're learning how to make this bread for the first time. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover this. It's going to wait for 30 minutes, but let me show you what I do next. So now, you guys, I've got my Dutch oven. I'm going to go ahead and put it into my dirty oven cold. So the Dutch oven is cold, the oven itself is cold, and then we're going to go ahead and let the oven preheat with the Dutch oven in there. So this is going to be in the oven for about a half an hour. Here is our bread in the bowl, and I'm going to have Mr. Snow Gardener hold my phone so that I can transfer this into the pan really quick. So he's going to hold it, and I've got to grab the pan out of the stove. So let's see. Now I'm confusing him. He probably just filmed the floor. Did you just film the floor?
Nope, not yet.
I'm going to need...
Nope.
See how you are? Okay, so we've got our Dutch oven that has sat in the oven at 450 for about 30 minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and take our bread on our parchment paper, put it just like that, and I try to make sure that there's some parchment paper all the way around. We put the lid on it, and we put it back in the oven. If I can just grab the hot pads. Okay, when the bread's done, we'll be back. All right, you guys, so for the bread, you bake it for 30 minutes with the lid on. You take the lid off, and then you bake it for another 10. So my hubby's not here to be my cameraman, so there it is, and I'll show you in just a second what it looks like on the stovetop. There it is on the stovetop. Such a yummy, the bread, easy, you guys, bread. All finished up. Oh my gosh, you guys, this bread is so good, so easy, and so inexpensive to make. So let's go ahead and make our potato soup to go along with this. This is known as grandmother's potato soup. It is super easy, super simple, and can be doctored up any way you want. So here we are. I started cutting this bread, and then I thought I should let you guys hear how delicious this bread sounds. And it's got crusty outside. Now this bread is not all the way cooled because who has time to let bread cool before they eat it? So let's add some butter to this bread and let's taste it. Now this will go with our soup, but it's going to be at a different time. So the bread will be nice and cool for the soup, because of the timing and our schedules. Bridger is actually at Pool League playing pool, and this didn't get done on time. But hey, that's life, so let's try this. That is such a good bread recipe, you guys. Even if you have never made bread before, this one is so easy. This is a great starter bread, I believe. And the Dutch oven just makes it turn out so wonderfully. All right, you guys, now let me show you my potato soup recipe. Soup is my favorite thing to cook in the fall and winter, and today is no different. So I'm going to take you along and make a recipe that I found on Pinterest. It's a very simple recipe. It takes 5 ingredients. It has potatoes, milk, butter, salt and pepper, and that's it. And boy, as I watch this video back, I wish I could cut potatoes that fast. You'll notice I'm not peeling my potatoes. This just happened this video because those Yukons were so small and beautiful. Then we're going to go ahead and boil the potatoes. And I think boiling your potatoes is the same as boiling your pasta. You have to decide how you want it cooked. And I like my potatoes a little al dente. Then we're going to go ahead and drain them, and we're going to start on our soup. We're going to start off with a half a stick of butter because butter makes everything better. I do like to go ahead and let my butter melt down a little bit before I add in my cold ingredients. So next I'm going to add in some milk, and this recipe actually calls for whole milk, and 95% of the time I have whole milk in my fridge. However, the past 2 weeks, there's been no whole milk. So I decided to go ahead and incorporate some heavy cream to give it a little bit more richness. And then we're just going to let this come to a boil. We want everything to be warmed up. We want the potatoes to cook in the milk for just a little bit, generally about 10 minutes or so. I got a little bit sidetracked while I was cooking the soup. So you're going to see that not only does this come to a boil, but it gets a little bit out of hand. When I watched the video back, I realized how lucky I was that I didn't burn this or that it didn't overflow. I'm glad I had it in as big of a pan as I did. Whew, things happen though, right? And so I did taste it at that point to make sure, and it wasn't burnt. So then I decided to go ahead and season it up with some black pepper, and this time too much salt. I did go a little bit crazy. I should have just done 1 pinch instead of 2 pinches. I don't know what I was thinking, but that right there is the base recipe of the soup. And so you can see here, I'm going to taste it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that is a little salty. And I do put the spoon back in because it's just my husband and I eating this. And now I'm going to go ahead and mash up just a few of the potatoes because the soup is quite thin. But I like a soup sometimes when it's thin. Now you're going to see at the end of this, my soup doesn't end up thin at all. I did go ahead and add a little bit of sour cream to help alleviate a little bit of the saltiness. My husband said he didn't think it was too salty, but of course he did say he thought he was dehydrated from the day of construction work, so there could have been that. So then I dish it up and I top it with all of the yumminess, and you guys are going to watch me build my bowl of soup. You guys, this soup is such a yummy, simple recipe to have in your recipe box, whether it be digital or physical. And you guys, this is the second time I put this video up today, and today is the 14th. It's 3:35 in the morning. I forgot to add my Vlogmas calendars to my video, so we're going to go ahead and jump into those right now. Day number 13.
The halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together. La 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather. La 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 la. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la.
Wow, that one was a little bit tougher. That one took me longer than the other ones have. That took me, I don't know, about 12 minutes to do, but I had one of the pieces wrong, and so that messed it all up. So here we are doing the 12 days of Christmas from Official Budgets. This is part of our Advent calendars this year. It's a 12-day challenge, so I decided to do it the 12th through the 24th. And so we're going to go ahead and scratch number 2. The money that we save for this is going to go to our 2024 Christmas. So let's go ahead and scratch. And this is $11. So you have to look pretty good. Can you guys see that? $11. So we're going to go ahead and add $11 to our envelope right here. And so, like I said, this is going to our Christmas this next year. It's day 13 of Advent. We've already done our puzzle. We have already done our savings challenge. So we've got 4 more calendars to go. Let's go ahead and start with Dylan's today. I don't remember what we started with yesterday. So we're looking for day 13. We're all the way down here at the bottom. Let's see what is in this one. And we have got gumdrops, you guys. Gumdrops, gumdrops. These things are in here so tight. So gumdrops, another yummy candy from Dylan's. And then we're going to go ahead and go to our 25 days of stickers. This is from 307 Design Studio. And so we have got sticker number 13. Here are the stickers so far. I'm sorry for the reflection, but there's not much I can do if I want to record and show you guys. So we're going to go ahead and open envelope number 13, see what our surprise is. Okay, I got a hold of it. Let's see. Can we pull it out on camera? Oop, there we go. Oh, look at that cupcake. Oh my goodness. How cute is that? That goes right along with all of my peppermint themed stuff today. Love it, Shannon. And then since we're going across, we'll go ahead and do our Woodland Wonderland. And I see number 13 is right there on the front, so that is easy peasy. Let's go ahead and open this one up. Find number 13. 13 is right here. Let's go ahead and pop that open. Oh, we've got a sled. How cute is that? A little sled. Let's close this up. And then we will put the sled right there in front of the snowman. You guys, I'm getting really good at doing stuff with my left hand, which is a good thing. All right, so let's take this off and add it to our Woodland Wonderland. The sticker, because I said I was getting good at it. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, so we got that off. And then let's go ahead and put our sled right there. Did I cover the 13 up? Okay, yeah. So there's our sled. So there is our Woodland Wonderland. Wow. 14. It looks like it's going to go there tomorrow. Any guesses what it is? You guys, I have no idea what this calendar is going to end up looking like, or this display, because I've never done it. I've never seen it before. So Godiva right here. Let's see what we've got. Day number 13 is down here at the bottom. What do we have? Ooh, I'm thinking this is probably a dark chocolate caramel. So that's what it looks like to me. Let's go ahead and flip this on over and let's double check. Yes, that definitely looks like the dark chocolate caramel embrace. My favorite so far has been the milk chocolate Lion of Belgium and then the milk chocolate caramel embrace, because I'm a caramel girl. The mint medallion that we had, you guys, that was pretty good. Mr. Snowgardener and I both shared that.
And I want to thank you guys for joining me today as I cooked with you and we had some fun. So until I see you guys next time, remember to keep on smiling. Happy Vlogmas, everybody, and have a good night. Bye.